Hey guys, what's going on? It's DaleyGaming here, and today I just wanted to use this video to sort of talk about Gates of Hell, the new Men of War game that's coming out maybe in 2017. I haven't talked to any developers or anything like that, so I have no idea when it's coming out or anything like that, or much details about the game that you guys wouldn't know. All I've seen is the trailer and a tiny bit of like screenshots and stuff that I got sent to me. But I just wanted to talk about what I want from the game and my thoughts on what I've seen so far, pretty much. So just to sort of start this off, in the background is going to be the Gates of Hell announcement trailer. I got it from Diplex Heated's YouTube channel, and you can go check it out on his channel, and a lot of people re-upload it as well. So, if you would like to check that out, feel free. So, getting right into it, the first thing I sort of want from this new game is an actual campaign. Kind of like the original Men of Wars or Red Tide or Men of War Vietnam. I could keep listing the games, but an actual campaign with a storyline would be great, or just actual campaign missions, like we saw with Men of War Origins when they brought back the old Men of War campaign. I think those would be so much better than the Assault Squad 2 skirmishes that we saw, which they were fun, like one game or two games of them, and then they got so repetitive. It was just go take the waypoints every single time. And if I wanted to do that, I would play against like opponents in multiplayer, you know? I'd play Frontlines or something like that. They're just not that fun, and I want to see an actual campaign. And from the trailer, it looks like they might actually be doing that, which leaves me very, very hopeful. The next thing I sort of want is an editor, of course. Very similar to Assault Squad 2 would be great. That way there's not much of a learning curve from what we already know. But I would love it if they would make the waypoints system way easier. That would be really nice, because right now I suck at making waypoints. I think it's way too complicated and it could be simplified, and that's just me. I don't know if everyone else has that same problem. I know a lot of people are quite good at waypoints, and I think once you learn how to do it, it becomes easier. But I feel like the learning curve could be lessened a little bit with that. So another thing I want is new multiplayer maps. Now, Men of War has this serious problem of copy and pasting. We saw it with Assault Squad and Assault Squad 2. We saw it from Men of War to Men of War Assault Squad in terms of multiplayer. It's the exact same thing. They maybe add a couple units. They added, special points or whatever, but it's like the exact same multiplayer over and over again. So I would love to see them reinvent the multiplayer. That'd be really nice, but in particular, I want new multiplayer maps. A lot of multiplayer maps that are from Men of War Assault Squad 2, I remember playing from the original Men of War. Like, I'm pretty sure Workshop was an original Men of War map. Like, a bunch of them. There were a few new ones that got added in, but not many, and that's kind of sad, I want a full-blown new game here, not copy and pasting. That would be really, really great. So that brings me to the next thing, which I want mod support. Men of War, also, the developers hate modders for some reason. I've talked to some other YouTubers who have talked to developers of Men of War, and for some reason, Men of War hates modders, which is weird because I don't think you would have nearly as many sales of your game if it wasn't for Red Rising, Galaxy at War, Rob's mod, just to name a few. I get tons of people on my Galaxy at War mod videos who say, I'm literally just buying this game so I can play this mod. So support your modders and you will get better sales. I don't understand how that's such a weird thing for them. Hopefully they've changed their mind about modders, because that would be great, because the more support for mods, the better the game's going to be. That's sort of my philosophy. I also want some more free DLC. I don't like it in new games where they make you pay for content that you already paid $60 for. That's stupid. So yeah, free DLC would be really nice. I understand from like a company standpoint, it's profitable to make DLC and then make people pay for it. But I did like how in Assault Squad 2, they dropped like, hey, here's a couple new multiplayer maps for free. that was really great. They also had paid DLC, like the Airborne DLC, and there were some other ones. But, you know, with free DLC, it's a really nice thing to do for the community, you know? And I feel like there is a huge Men of War community that's just sort of untapped. Like they need to better keep in touch with their community, which would be really nice. And another way they could do that would be like map implementation. So, you know, the community has thousands of Men of War Assault Squad 2 maps for multiplayer and stuff that are way better than some of the current ones that are in the game. So if Men of War is having trouble coming up with new ideas for maps and stuff like that, tap into the community, you know, keep in touch with the mappers and stuff like that, which they've actually already done kind of a good job with this. I know Diplex Heated is working on the game. Mighty Mapper, I know, has the game, so that might be a sign that he's also working on it, which would be great because his maps are freaking amazing. Robs has the game. I know this because they're in my Steam friend list, but if they're involved, I'm very excited because that means we're going to get some very, very nice content in here from some amazing, amazing people. So I would really love it if they would, I mean, besides what they're already doing with them, but, you know, if some random guy made like a really sick map that people actually like playing and would love to have it implemented into the actual game, why not get in touch with them? Why not be like, hey man, we'd love to use your map. I'm sure he would let you do it for free. You know, it's not like you're going to have to pay him out. And if he wants money, just say, never mind. You know, we'll go to a different guy. But I would like to see that. I think that would be neat because there are a lot of great maps that go underappreciated. Maybe they could do this by having like a custom map contest. I mean, Red Orchestra 2 did that, and some of the greatest maps of all time came from that map contest in that game, which is awesome. And I hope they do that with Rising Storm too. Little plug. So yeah, those are just some of the things that I want from the game. Now I'd like to talk about my thoughts of the game right now. First of all, they had some seriously nice special effects from the trailer, from what I saw. I hope that Robs is working on some special effects as well, because obviously Rob's mod is way ahead of the game than Men of War Assault Squad 2 when it comes to that. He's done some really nice things. Of course, not every computer can handle Rob's mod, so maybe, you know, find a nice middle ground. Like, hey, if you want really nice special effects, you can turn that on. If not, you can go back to, like, crappy special effects. I don't know. Something like that. I'm not sure the logistics of it all. I'm doing a lot of, you know, my thoughts on the game right now, and I obviously don't know how this is being made or how difficult it is to do some of the things. But these are just suggestions that I think maybe the developers would like to know, or something like that if they ever see this video. Or just sort of my thoughts. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments as well, of course. So my other thought was they made new textures, which is awesome. I saw they had some new textures for tanks, maybe new character textures. I'm not entirely sure. I couldn't tell. I know they updated the Assault Squad 2 textures not too long ago, so maybe they just pulled the new ones from there. But new textures is new textures, and that is awesome because they're running on an older engine. So, you know, new stuff is always good. Also, they do have confirmed multiplayer. I was talking about multiplayer earlier, and I'm so hyped to be able to play new multiplayer that isn't Assault Squad 2. So, again, hopefully new stuff, hopefully new units in the multiplayer. Hopefully it's not copy and paste like usual. Another thing I saw in the trailer was there was a suicide tank. Kind of out of the blue, but there was like a tank driving into a field of enemies with a red blinking light on the back, and then they cut with an explosion. So, is that a suicide tank? New units? Ooh, I don't know. It could be a really cool thing to use, like Goliath tank. Could be very OP if it's implemented into multiplayer. Maybe just a single player thing? I'm not entirely sure. Another thing that I sort of noticed about the trailer is it looked very bleak. I think that's sort of the style they're going for, which could be cool, but I'd love to see, and I'm sure they'll do this, obviously, but like some daytime maps, because, I mean, in war, yes, it's very bleak, but not every day is cloudy. It's just like a normal year, but with a lot of death. So, I understand they're making it cinematic and all cool like that, but I mean, let's get some color in there, because Men of War it's a beautiful thing, and I like it when the maps have color and stuff like that as well. So yeah, just a few thoughts slash wish list for Gates of Hell, and please let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you agree with some of the things I said? Do you think some of the things I said were stupid or just too complainy and I can't ask for some of these things? You know, let me know. And again, the trailer and video that's being shown is from Diplex Heated's channel. Go check him out. He does some great Men of War Assault Squad 2 content. And he's working on the game, so I'm sure you'll get many updates from him on his channel itself. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Comment, rate, and subscribe if you did, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.